Hello and welcome to my channel. What we have here is another BPS knife, and this one's called the Savage, and this one was also donated by Toby and family. So if you notice one thing about this, the handle looks darker than the other ones, and that's because this is bog oak. And bog oak, for those who don't know what that is oak that has been grown in a bog that basically fell down and became partially petrified. Some bog oak can be thousands of years old, usually hundreds of years old at least. So it's kind of like semi-petrified wood. They said that, when I was reading on it, they said that bog oak can be so strong it can't be cut with normal tools, and which makes it pretty much impervious to insect damage and stuff like that, because even insects can't dig into it. So oak is already a pretty strong wood, and then you start petrifying it and fossilizing it, and you've got a pretty tough wood there. So it came with this black sheath, and their sheaths seem to be the same. You know, I mean, it's the same type of sheath as in other ones, and in this sheath, it actually fits fairly nicely. Goes in there pretty well. And the sheath that it came with, it fits all right, but it's a lot tighter. You can see here's the resistance is starting right by that first screw, and this one, it just slides in. So you got your pick of, which I'm going to leave it in. I'm going to use this sheath on it. But you have the black sheath that comes with it. And it's the same thing. They're leather, and it still smells like leather. And yeah, so what we have is, this one is a full flat grind, and it's 4 inches long, 4.5 inch long blade. Let's measure that, because I got these measurements off of the internet. Yeah, it's about 4.5 inch cutting edge for sure, which comes right up there. And let's do that in centimeters. It's about 12 centimeters over, on the blade. So yeah, it's nice. Fits the hand very well. It has that curve. So it's just not like a straight spine. They actually curve it down a little bit. I love this drop point, spear point type of shape here. More of a drop point, I guess, but a lot of belly on it. So let's compare it to the other. Well, this one has belly, but it's got the Scandi grind. And we'll compare it to the Corzo, which I have on my hip right here. We'll compare it to that one. As you can see, this one has more belly and a little bit more length on this one. See if it will zoom in on that image there, on that writing. All right, read it for us. All right, it says carbon steel. Got a nice sharpening choil there. This guy acts like a finger guard. Yeah, no other billboarding, and they're fairly subtle with their, billboarding on it. They just say, all right, here it is. And that's all you need. If you've got a good knife and a good company, you don't need a bunch of... You've got a lot of real estate that could have gotten carried away with advertising. Put all kinds of things in here. Scene of a savage fighting, a saber-toothed tiger with his knife. And over here, bigger name. And then, made in Ukraine, in big letters across there. Nah, they understand, They don't need to do all that crap. they get it. Some companies don't get it. Alright, I'll put the weights up and everything in the end. But, yeah, just a quick one. Full tang with a lanyard. Really great looking oak there. Let's zoom in on it. See some of that wood grain pattern. Yeah, it's a pretty cool knife. So, I hope you enjoyed that. And thank you for watching. Now, I'll probably do some carving. Let's do a little carving on wood here. Make a mess. Since I cleaned up my last mess, I gotta make a new mess. I had to go wide angle here. Do a little feathering. It does all right. I mean, it's cutting the wood, but I can just tell that it's easier to make feather sticks with a Scandi grind. This one will still do it, but I mean it. You can make a little curls there if you want. But because your edge is right here and it's a flat grind, it's easier to change your angle with a Scandi grind. You don't have as much, but it still works. Like I said, it works. So this one will be good on food prep also, because once you cut it, this flat grind goes all the way up, and you wouldn't have to worry about it, you know, wedging out your food the way another one does. So there you go, a little cut test. Try it against one layer of Hobo armor. Yeah. I'll try 2 layers. I think it's gonna stop it. Yeah, you'd go in, but it stops. And that's the thing I said, you know, about like the difference between a long slender blade. Let's try this guy. He's got a fairly long slender blade. Also, 2 layers of hobo armor is pretty good for most things, you know, just like a quick stab. No wonder hobos use that. I don't know if hobos actually use that, but that's what I call it, hobo armor. So there you go. It works pretty well on carving. Not so great against hobo armor, but then, you know, not a whole lot of things are good against hobo armor. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.